Hakoda, don't take another step. It's terrifying over there.
All right, that was kind of insane.
I hope they didn't hear me. Probably not. GPK gets over to the side. DM, he's going to get caught. That's a battery assault. Poshka runs him down. It's Toronto Tokyo, the one that picks up the kill, but that might mean all 4 bounty runes going the way of Outsiders.
I guess they didn't know, huh?
No, I guess not.
All right, well, in, and we'll see if he manages to get out. There's a battery assault.
No, he's away. They can't catch up to him.
Well, he has battery assault, though.
Well, that's true.
So if he goes for a TP, you see.
I guess that's fair.
But now he has to guess.
Which way is he going? Oh, and it's broken. All right, there you go. So even though Outsiders do manage to get 4 bounty runes, it will be TSpirit
that was so
managed to find 2 kills. He does have Grave if he wants to skill it up, but that would read this game. Dude, they are just taking a walk together. He is taking a long walk. It's going all around the world here. Buying so much space.
Right.
Run, get out of there one more time again in a second battery assault. That does mean that at least one of these lanes down bottom, they've been able to zone it out. DM gets a good start. And
Clan's like, yeah, that's great. That's great. I have no HP. Yeah. I hope he'll be coming back with a salve from that first blood.
Please.
I feel like I'm owed. Indeed, he will be. Salve picked up by Poshka here to bring home. Unfortunately, it was Clap's own hard-earned gold without to spend.
Very frustrating. So yeah, that actually ends up not favoring them at all, the early rundown over there. A little bit tough. See if we end up making up for it a little bit here.
Yeah, they also, of course, didn't get any control over the camp, so the pull is there from Yamish. Just grabs the single range creep to deny that and bring it closer to the safe lane tower, and Yamish continuing to keep that little pull alive here. So definitely an opportunity to go for a kill here if they want to.
We'll keep our eyes on it as up top Mira's getting some pressure back onto DM. And yeah, the disarm is there, throws out the hammer, a little bit of a slow on Maposhka.
You can't use that unless they pause.
That's a good point.
There's a rule on that
one. I mean, technically there's not, but you know, it's the morals of the moment. So up top, Hakoda trading hits there with Mira, still eating through that poison touch, and they did manage to connect the pull.
Yeah, DM's got a couple creeps in behind the tower right now, so they're just sort of dodging. I mean, Yatoro is level 3 at this point, so part of that again because of Mira's little journey around the backside of the map there. So early 2 points in the meta, kind of scary to contest up there with DM and Hakoda, so just chill behind the tower right now.
Yeah, and they get level 3 onto the Beastmaster with the wave pushing in again. So down bottom, Ramses, so far 9 and 6 versus the 8 and 4. As you mentioned, much better this lane matchup when you don't have to worry about the Nyx Assassin. It goes immediately onto the Razor. Collapse is taking a lot of damage with the battery assault. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so.
Didn't cogs though. But Poshka, I guess the damage was probably there from Yamish anyway, and then if you cogs, you're probably trapped in there, so I kind of get it, but not committing at all there from Poshka.
The danger is that when he comes back, you have a Mango on Dawnbreaker. They can still get pretty aggro. The Razor might be in a lot of trouble here.
I feel like the cooldown at level 2 could be like 30 seconds, and this spell would still be terrifying.
Yeah,
and it's 16
way
seconds.
Strong. So scary to play against. But Poshka gonna get a little bit of pressure there onto Ramses, who will save his mana this time, not opting to turn.
He's still not getting control over this camp though, in any way, since it did spawn even just that first time, right? And he keeps doing these smaller pulls, so he's not wiping it out, and now they're going to get a big old pull off here.
You can see GPK in the mid lane
that's
also.
Nice. That's nice. Oh!
Ooh. Danger, danger. Still hanging on to that Fairy Fire, but 28 and 2 versus the 20 for Puck. Toronto Tokyo is not having a good time in this mid lane.
Yeah, and this goes back to the way that they prep this whole thing through the draft from Outsiders, right? Getting this TA nice and early. Sure, it's kind of risky to show it early, but because of this new hybrid Templar Assassin that we have these days of the ability to go safe lane or mid, and always having that option versus the Puck, but it introduced so early.
Oh my god, dude, he is getting in his head. He brings the Dazzle mid, tips him as he doesn't get a water rune, has to buy a salve, and then also glyphs the wave so he gets another range creep deny. Like, GPK is just a bully right now.
Yeah, they're just shutting down any options for this Puck right now. And, you know, DM's just surviving through. He doesn't need the assistance to that point. He got up to the helm.
Yeah, this is very tough.
Meanwhile, Ramses is trying to bait high fives down bottom, just saying, oh, did you want to come to lane?
Not so much. couple punches. Coda in trouble. Yatoro able to come on in for the kill. So TSpirit make a little bit of an example in that top lane of them. As down bottom, Ramses level 4 tries to clear through the pull action that was coming his way. Does have the soul ring soon to be flying out.
Oh my god, GPK, he just keeps hitting these side blades too.
God, Toronto Tokyo is just, he's getting worked.
When the bottle's in the backpack, you know, you get the branch in there trying to help out.
Good cogs pushback. A couple more right clicks coming from Yemich. Meanwhile, Hakoda has made the move back top, but Mira able to clean up. So in spite of
just replay, or is he just dying again?
I mean, that's pretty much it, right? Moves on through. The orb is out. Ooh, there's a battery, or rather a rocket flare that came in there too, it looked like. But you can see that Outsiders, I mean, already just having a really, really good time in the mid lane. Puck gonna need to sort of catch back up with some rotations maybe around this level 6.
Yeah, and the last hits though down bottom, at least still going relatively okay for the Razor. I'm sure having to spend some on regen is still gonna hurt you a bit in terms of your overall net worth, but now the fear is there with the Soul Ring, right? You can just spam like this, throw out some spells a bit willy-nilly, and there's just no recourse.
Oh, it's so much pressure. As level 5.
The Bassi aura even too.
Although this is nice.
Yeah, get a little bit of punish there when the hammer was down.
Maybe make a move now that it's already used, but we'll see. Mira TP out, denies the haste turn beforehand. So
of course, the downside that Dawnbreaker has is that when you're missing that damage, your Starbreaker's not gonna be as much.
Oh, interrupted there before he gets the last hit out. And Ramses now too far forward. They can punish him. Ramses in trouble as Collapse comes in for the kill. Miposhka and Collapse working together for that perfectly. Miposhka doesn't have another cooldown for any extra battery assault or cogs.
Am I crazy? Does it not work like that? I can't believe he went for that Starbreaker. He's missing 55 damage.
Yeah, it was a bit bold. Yemich also gets punished.
Love that. Love that. Yeah. High five the tower on your way out of there.
That's really well done. So does come back to lane now with full regen.
Yeah, so the point there, in case maybe you're new to Dota, you don't really understand, basically, he just wants to die. He's still going to give up a gold bounty to the enemies, but he's not giving them any experience because they're dead while he's just doing that.
GPK needs to run away. That, oh no. Oh no, that was not how that was supposed to go.
Well, GPK, looks like Toronto Tokyo is going to get the revenge or even getting the kill despite all those other heroes being there. So recovery into the lane, still a little bit behind the Templar Assassin, but obviously Puck not needing quite as many items to get going into a game, just looking for that key item in the Witchblade to get things moving. But and again, the reasoning for Collapse too is that like this Razor, they want to die because they want to come back with full HP and full mana, just like keep contesting in the lane. You don't want to just surviving isn't always the best situation.
So 8 minutes coming up here soon, and GPK, after a bit of a feed in the river, is going to head on back to his triangle, get some farming on that Ancients, and maybe stack up a couple of camps along the way as well. Right, 6 is there for the Dawnbreaker if they want to make a move. Likewise there for DM.
Yeah.
Killing while also farming the wave. Efficiency with his axes. Yeah,
and that's something about TB where they're always willing to go to the jungle early. It's a matter of survival a lot of times, but they're also just so fast at farming the jungle that they can do so many tricks and plays and stuff and stacking camps that in the end it's basically just as efficient. Obviously it's fully safe and you don't have to like use as much brain power. Just insulting carry players, I guess, right now. But
I'm gonna let you go.
Mira just has to suffer the consequences of being given a lane to hold. Snapfire can be a strong hero at this, but you know, you're no Wyvern or something. But
no, it's true. And if you do get dove under tower, there's not much that you can make use of, particularly when the Ramses is there with a Guardian.
I mean, you're scary with TPs though, right?
That's true.
TPs and the cookies and the slow.
Speaking of rotations, Toronto Tokyo tried to make a move there under Ramses, but couldn't quite catch up to him in time.
Yeah, likewise, kind of leaving the lane because Dawnbreaker can sort of do that too.
True.
Down here, farming up a little bit here, but meanwhile, GPK was also farming pretty heavily. At those Ancients, as you saw, getting a big stack there and keeping neck and neck with the Terrorblade right now.
And Mira gonna get dove underneath the tower. Tries to get away, has another couple punches from the pine cone, hides off in the trees, and actually manages to escape. Down bottom, Ramses gets ran at. Coil is out, and That is a kill for Toronto Tokyo. After the early pressure that was mounted at him, he has really pulled back into this game.
Yeah, I gotta say, Ramsey's very bold to TP back to that tower. After farming in the jungle with 0 mana, he used like his last 75 mana basically to TP in there. So you got the Soul Ring sure to work with, but that's gonna reduce a lot of your options, right? With the Solar Guardian escape or something like that. And you can see the pressure TSpirit wanted to place on this bottom lane because they've left this Observer Ward here to try and account for anyone underneath this tower coming through. So they're gonna keep this pressure up. Collapse returns and just saying that we want this fully abandoned. But likewise, Beastmaster doing Beastmaster things. This Radiant side Beastmaster very capable of taking that top tower and wanting to move your way into the Dire side of the map and take this territory. And look at the vision they have as well in that Dire jungle.
It's all over the place. They've spent a ton of time over here. And while that is very scary, the one other thing that they've got going on the side of TSpirit is the level 6s. Clockwork hits it before 10 minutes. And meanwhile, Snapfire also is going to have hers available with the tome picked up. So this is kill potential city. Anybody on the map that gets caught in this combo dies.
Yeah, that's the thing about Snapfire that I love right now in this patch is that, like, even though they've nerfed the damage over the Warmer Kisses over time, I feel like she's the best here for coming back. And well, right under that Hawk, they go for the smoke. So they definitely know about this on Outsiders, and they know exactly what the plan will be. It'll be chase down DM and get a free kill.
Damage TP's out already.
Yeah, nice stuff there.
DM, I mean, he's still in the danger territory. Do they go for a flare? Nah. And the scan connects.
Yeah, the scan, and they're gonna like, oh, is he running here?
Yeah.
The smoke's not popping.
That's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ward drop down. But they won't find
that's
anybody for the kill.
Too. I mean, it might come into play later.
True.
So it's not too big of a deal, but.
So 3-8. Again, that first gank from TSpirit not bearing fruit. Outsiders will head back up into this area and maybe even go for a smoke themselves.
Well, you gotta be waiting for a Solar Guardian play at this point, right? Like, you think that Ramsey want to make use of his ulti. You're playing that Spectre-like hero. Roar into Solar Guardian seems pretty frightening.
Mitch still not level 6. Maposhka heads over this direction.
We got the Dazzle done for GK too.
It's a lot of them. There is DM in the area, but Vision, Cookie runs away. Meanwhile, the Mystic Flare is out. Maposhka down low HP, but they get the kill on the helmet of the Dominator.
Bear's like diving in there. I'm coming. I'll share the damage. Collapse could care less.
It's a classic. But they don't quite get a kill. It does reveal, and they get the Vision taken away after.
Yeah, speaking of Vision, GBK working in here, setting down some traps, of course, with the Deso. Yeah, as a possessed mass, might want to start putting a couple traps near that Roche pit as well.
It definitely is a case where Outsiders have drafted for this Vision again, whether it's the Hawk, whether it's the creep sent around, or those traps. They should always be able to find that first jump, unless, of course, there's a flare coming out from Maposhka.
On the other side, though, you also have the best first jump in the game, it feels like these days, in that Puck, too. So we've seen a lot of Puck versus Dawnbreaker. They have a very interesting relationship, I would say, because it tends to be when you're initiating as Puck, you're obviously looking for these coils, and it takes generally a little bit of time for your teammates to get there, and that's when that Solar Guardian can come through and try and get the big saves. But at the same time, it makes it so you can gank the Dawnbreaker when she's by herself and bring your teammates for those first kills. As Toronto Tokyo is hunting with the Invis Rune now, he's looking for Ramses, but he's not here. As the rest of the team up top for Outsiders is trying to find TSpirit.
Yeah, they get a couple pings, they think he's over there maybe, but won't be able to get any kills in the Dire jungle either. DM makes the move over with the help of the Dominator.
And Maposhka, like, still here with Hookshot, with the Snapfire
but
here.
He's underneath the Eagle. The Hawk's there.
And the ward.
All out. Silence. Baiting some extra energy going his direction. Hookshot is there. Yeah, Mitch just going to get punished and killed. Meanwhile, back towards mid, they find the coil connection, burning down GBK, the heal, the grave. It's all there to try and keep that TA alive, and she will manage to escape, but DM, he might not be so lucky getting burned down bit by bit. Chase with the puck doesn't jaunt. Ramses was there. Be a bit too dangerous for Toronto Tokyo to chase that far, but with a quick little couple kills, TSpirit happy to take mid.
I am so surprised that he survived there.
Misses on the hammer. No illusions hit, but the axes coming out from DM can start to get a bit scary.
And the troll.
They're a bit far forward. Yatoro very, very low, and has to be wary of that amped up damage coming his direction. He's just gonna sunder Mira. Thanks for the help, buddy. Gets out of there.
Raise the dead, DM. More skeletons.
That's true.
Instantly obliterated by the puck.
They got some good damage on him, though, the rally. And with the Dazzle on GPK, they're comfortable moving on in. Hook shot, again, finding that Skywrath Mage. Mystic Flare. Oh, and Claps trying to escape. The Cookie did a good job of keeping him alive through that. Ramses hammers forward. Claps tries to get a little bit of separation, and there is the coil laid down. Ramses super low on this Dawnbreaker DM, trying to finish off that Razor, but it's not enough. They're in a little bit of a dangerous spot. Ramses, oh, great coming out at the last second. Hakoda keeping him alive. Toronto Tokyo chasing, wants this kill so desperately. There's the illusion rune. Dodges, but the luminosity. Extra damage on the illusions heals him up.
How's he alive? Like, honestly. That is true. That's something we've seen several times, this luminosity versus these illusion heroes. It's like when you go statistically to the heroes the Dawnbreaker's good against, it's just like illusion heroes like run the chart right now.
I mean, it's obviously going to be a little bit of a scary one, but now if Outsiders can go on in and take down this Roche, this is such a big moment for him.
It's all the troll.
That's true.
He somehow lived through that fight. Battle-scarred warrior of the Dark Troll Summoner rallies the troops to an Aegis at 15 minutes. The Deso, this is the dream Templar Assassin game. It doesn't get much better than this, right? You have your Blink Dagger, your Deso, and you get that Aegis. So you get your 2 greedier items and your Blink and your Deso, and the safety of this Aegis while you try and farm towards your Shard and your BKB.
This man that doesn't have the Aegis though, DM. And he's going to get punished, and this is the combo we've been waiting for. Decides not to roar.
It's so free.
That's, if you can find somebody alone, they're dead.
I mean, Miposhka's still smoked. That's you know. Or sorry, Mira, obviously, on the snap, still smoked. You can be nice and far away while you fire those kisses.
And those are the types of plays that you need to make to try and wait out this Aegis. Because as you mentioned, the TA having this now, it can set up the next couple of minutes to all go that direction for Outsiders. And
Yamich is crazy. I had to check he didn't have a Tumblr toy or something. he's just up here.
He's in no man's land. TA.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Oh, he's going on a Miposhka. That's kind of a cool little play if he can get him. Tries to escape, tries to get out.
Dude, that was wild.
With the battery assault, but they make it work.
That was so bold. I mean, I guess because there was no hook shot, so he's not that worried about just being calmed down instantly, and he just thinks that the protection with the Slow Guardian will be there. But like that's like a Bane style play that you see, true. Right? To see that from a Skywrath Mage is really interesting. It's so dangerous with no possible sense of escape, but just feeling confident, knowing that they have this Aegis right now, probably feeling like TSpirit have this idea of trying to split the map up right now, and won't necessarily all be together.
Any of these moments where you can buy time, or rather cut down on the amount of time that you're on the map, shutting down where TSpirit can farm is really good. This Terrorblade gets to the late game, has all those big items that we've seen in the last couple of ones. Yatoro is going to be a menace. And Outsiders wanting to keep this one on the shorter side. 17 minutes in, next round of neutral is going to spawn. And again, the winner of this game is going to be guaranteed all the way through to TI, not having to play through those Eastern European qualifiers, which have just been so deadly.
Oh, good sentry here. Gonna catch that on the low ground. Does drop the obs. There was a courier there, but they don't care.
Okay, goes in.
Good silence. Stopping him getting the cogs pushed back.
The turn, though, on the top side means Ramses is dead. So they go on one, they get lost on another. And TSpirit do know that there's a ward up here. They saw him take one down and put another one up.
He just got cookie stunned into a complete blow up there from Yatoro.
Ramses not looking the most comfortable on this Dawnbreaker. BKB next on the docket for the TA. As Yatoro keeps building, trying to get into a Scotty next. Be really devastating against the range hero like GPK.
Alright, well, in 7 seconds, Solar Guardian's back up, so they can continue to pressure right here and just know they're going to have that option of the global assistance come through. See how much more they want to try and get out of this Aegis. Still another 2 minutes. It can be tough to get the tier 2 towers with this Aegis, unless you're like really far ahead, and especially when there's some excellent punish if you overextend from the puck and from the Snapfire.
Finds him again. Miposhka silence, GPK chasing Mystic Flare. Is it enough? Doesn't quite look like it. And with Collapse nearby, they don't feel confident chasing all the way over that direction. They've been playing around this vision really well. Well, Toronto Tokyo is going to head on into the Radiant jungle and try and get some farm for himself.
Yeah, I don't know. They were holding territory, but they're not really accelerating their lead right now.
No.
For outsiders, I don't know how great this feels.
I mean, it's scary, particularly if you're not getting objectives. DM's going to push up top, but Mira's here. The Helm of the Overlord, that might be the real ticket that they've been waiting for.
Yeah, that is true. That gives you some serious siege potential here. Pushing them all the way back. There's still the threat of the hookshot into the kisses. There's no doubt about that. It's still very difficult for them to actually reach that far back and stop. They don't have a great answer there.
This timing is so nice. Tower dead. Tier 2 done.
Yeah.
Outsiders still very split up. GPK runs in Toronto, Tokyo.
Still no shard there.
They're all nearby. GPK in trouble, finds Baboshka, wants to go to him. There's no silence this time. All of the damage being drained. They're going to Solar Guardian right into just a world of hurt coming from the Snapfire, but Ramses Labs can't do it. Yatoro, in the meantime, they find a quick kill onto 2 with both supports dead, but no Dazzle. Do TSpirit feel confident taking this fight? Underneath the tower, he gets that. Oh, no! Oh, but a side blade hit. Triple kill for GPK. That was very nice.
Oh, I thought he was getting away too.
Toronto Tokyo taking a beating from this big golem. Wants to get out of here, and TP out. Ramses hammer from downtown, not enough. Can't quite connect for the kill. Oh,
I feel like that had to be single digits. It was so close.
It was very close.
Well, that was 42 HP. It wasn't that close. I mean, you know, so what's that even?
That's right. Well, you can see the way that these fights can go. I mean, even with something that looks potentially as bad as that, you know?
Yeah. Like this confidence by GPK is crazy, right? He's just jumping right instantly. Is trying to blow up this clock right, forcing out bad hook shots, which it takes away a lot of potential from Mira as well on the Snapfire, right? And so the Solar Guardian's always going to protect him. The fact that you can actually force away collapse during a link is terrible.
Oh,
that is not good for a Razor's game plan.
GPK just walks over to Mira and kills him.
Oh yeah, now we get to see the sweet scythe again though.
It was very nice.
I mean, the side blade, same thing. Look at it. It was so close. Oh,
jeez. That is nasty.
Oh, I thought he had it. I think he did too.
3,000 gold lead. Outsiders starting to get this ball rolling underneath them.
Yeah, and then imagine Ramses coming through in the same situation, but with a halberd, because that's what his next item choice is. Really trying to play. I mean, it's such a good game for it, right? Like, dealing with a Terrorblade and a Razor. Hell, even Puck's a right-clicker these days with Witchblade.
PK's the real carry in this game. Everything for your TA. Make them big, make them strong.
Is he on the clock though? You know?
I don't know. I mean, it's always a question. You can keep it in side blades like that, maybe not.
Yeah, heroes tend to not fall off as hard as they used to, just because of obviously we have all these talents as well as some crazy itemizations. We got neutral items, so things are not quite as like win lane, lose game as they were before, and we've seen that a lot for Templar Assassins with all the various ways she can play. We've definitely credited some teams with like the early Aghanims that we saw the other day from, I believe it was Thunder Awaken. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Very, very good global potential. GPK taking the more standard route of a hero here.
Oh yeah. TP's out down bottom before they get into harm's way. It's DM Image made the move down bottom, and TSpirit going to attempt to retake their jungle, it looks like.
All right, so this is a extremely telegraphed lineup, kind of on both sides, but like outsiders have one way that they want to play with this game, right? They want to get the second Roche, they want to use that to then push into the high ground. That will be the plan. So if you're TSpirit, you'll be thinking that we got to play this part of the map. We got to get some good vision here. We got to get sentries down. We got to get rid of all these traps because we can't afford to be seen. And one of the main problems would be that shard from Beastmaster, but not actually opting into it quite yet, because I feel like that's always what wins second Roche.
It's true. Yeah, the little hawk takedown, really annoying to play into. But this is the other thing, right? Just keep sending these big old ancients at the towers, and you have to show up with numbers to really deal with this. Building, still being hit.
That's Hawk, spotting Trot. Oh, spotted the smoke. He just saw them all smoke behind the tower right now.
TSpirit.
And they pinged it out too. So they want to sit on this high ground.
They're playing it so safe.
Look what Ramses said. I will farm the jungle.
I'm over here,
until there is a fight.
Don't worry about me.
I'll press R, I promise. So how do you know? nullify that Solar Guardian coming in if you're TSpirit. I mean, one thing the teams do is they'll hunt the Dawnbreaker, right? That's a classic play. It's like going after the Spectre since they're going to join anyway.
Oh, hold on. Toronto Tokyo now jumps in, silence onto 2, coil onto 2, tries to jump away, the Solar Guardian, and now the Kisses down on top of both of them. That might be enough for
Off meta though.
Forces out the Grave, the runaway. Yamich in trouble, nowhere to go. He's dead. Can they keep this fight going? Everybody's low on the side of Outsiders. Toronto Tokyo still hunting with Mira in the back.
Oh, it's a quick Roche. It's spawned.
They're already ready.
With the meta being popped, this is so good for TSpirit if they check. Now, of course, the Radiant know they have this trap at the pit.
His Cookie bought the blink.
Oh, he's too good.
He's ready.
There was a Radiant Off Sentry on that bottom rune. I'm not sure if that spawned it, but...
They go and check Roche. TSpirit. I mean, it's dangerous.
Do they have
meta.
sentries as well? They have sentries. They can check
no,
trap.
TP's away. Oh, and now they're going to see that Roche is up. Yep. Well, at the very least for Spirit, they know that it's there and are going to have to come back to defend against it.
I mean, they're running low on time as well.
Yeah, I don't know if they could have gone anymore.
Maybe if they went instantly after the tier 1, it's a possibility. But of course, Outsiders, one goal in mind. It will be this Roche, and the Mortimer Kisses are still down for another 45 seconds, which is a very powerful tool in this fight, obviously.
Jumps in, trying to delay this.
Yeah, just being a nuisance.
Roar on the one, Mira caught. They were not ready for that one at all. Maposhka does have the hook shot, but doesn't want to have to use it.
They actually had vision down bottom of Yatoro running through. They knew they weren't full numbers.
Has to back out. He's taking so much damage, dude. Look at these creeps. They're beating the crap out of him. Maposhka, get away.
The ice ball.
GPK finds one. Still looking, had a couple Psyblade connections onto that Razor. The BKB is used, so a lot of these elements taken down. Ramsey's over the Hex. The Hex, the jump.
Ramsey's just swinging at ghosts while this bug is phase shifted.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, what a hero.
Puck is insane. Did get clipped, though, by that Dazzle Hex, so need to be wary of that. They'll send in Terrorblade Illusion, scout that Roche is still there, and a couple quick D-wards from Collapse. Are they going to chase this Razor? Cookie to get a little bit of play, but the hook shot on the other side. They find this Skywrath Mage is going to bring him down. Coil now onto GPK. Ramses tries to escape. It's a Soul Guardian, but not that far away, but it's enough to get some separation. GPK isolated. The Hex
back up,
but core stab. Chase down, looking for more. Yatoro. Cookie, a couple more punches, but the Grave is there. GPK, he's got to run away. Can he get out? A couple more round right clicks, and he will fall.
Mira, the first to fall this fight, but comes back with a huge 4-staff save on a Collapse, and then the Cookie combo to GPK.
So big, so huge. They have buyback on this TA. It's still going in for the hunt. Dude, Dazzle is still so good, but I don't know if this is going to matter. Ramsey's in trouble. TM does find a kill, but Ramsey actually gets away.
Get the illusion rune on Puck.
Manages to escape.
There was a roar up top, though, a little bit up in the Ancient, so they managed to get a kill there onto Maposhka.
That is a dieback for him.
He still has meta on Yatoro, of course. This
but they have the Hawk in there. They see all of this. This is really scary. Do they decide to go in for this? Yeah,
oh, nice angle.
Chase. 4-staff away.
That was
Toronto Tokyo still hunting. And Yatoro not feeling confident to go all the way in until they kill off that creep. But this bird, it's giving them all the vision in the world. This fight gets really tough if TA comes back. They just keep throwing out that hammer, and he can't stay here.
He's halfway through meta right now, too.
It's not going to be enough.
He's losing his strength.
They can't do it. They've got to back out, but you can't afford to give up the second Roche either.
Well, we reset, we go again. That's where we're at now. All right, so things didn't start out too well for Outsiders in that last fight. No offensive Solar Guardian, or even like a defensive one. In a sense, it was literally a just for me trying to escape situation.
60-40.
That seems, I'd say, fairly accurate at this point. If they can just like secure this Roche, keep going, I can understand that.
Bottle DD.
TA's in a great spot. A lot of this game, poor TSpirit resting on the shoulders of Yatoro.
How close are we here? We've got Cookies back up for Mira. Hook shot available.
Yep, flare is
Meta
there.
still on cooldown for 80. They're TPing back over. Cookies starting to lay out on top of all of them. Yatoro has the reflections ready to go. Ramses still down to half HP by virtue of these illusions getting thrown out. But the heals are there from Dazzle. Another round of reflection. Jump backline. Tokyo found him. TM caught. Can they kill him off though? Good dodge away and the disarm. They got it. Halberd onto TA. She's got to back out as TM doesn't have anywhere left to go. Gonna stay inside that Solar Guardian. Tokyo thinking about a chase, but it's a bit too far. They're still playing back and forth. That's DD and BKB chase for Collapse, but a miss uphill, and now he's in too far. Where's the rest of his team? They're not there. He just died.
A misread. Yeah. They're gonna send some tips his way.
That was not what it was meant to be. And Ramses pulls himself back in. Excuse me? Hammer trying to buy some more time maybe. The TP out. Ramses will escape, but this opens up Roche. 60 seconds, no TA.
Back into the pit, Meta coming back in 15 seconds. They'll have the damage here from TSpirit. And what are your options to try and get into this on a play?
There's nothing.
There's
literally
no Solar Guardian.
Roche fight of their life.
I mean, DM's got Blink, he's got creeps. I don't know, he's feeling real bold.
They can't do it. Unreal. TSpirit, after falling pretty far behind early in a couple of those fights, now get a second Aegis.
You know, GPK, he really believed in his Chrysalis.
That's true.
Maybe it was the enchanted quiver as well. Like he felt like he had that big damage.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe the timings were just a little bit off or something though, or maybe he just wound up with some misses. Not sure. And obviously the quiver didn't save him.
No. That second hit might have been enough, but...
Well, likewise, Ramses obviously working on this one for quite a while, getting the halberd as well for that Dawnbreaker here to try and counter a lot of this range damage coming from TSpirit. So, big problem for Yatoro, because he has no way to deal with that right now.
And speaking of those halberds, we saw it in that last fight, the pickup by Collapse. He's been immaculate this entire series.
Yep.
Really, really good stuff.
The Paladin sword is well coming out now for Yatoro, so... Between this and the Satanic, going to be a very difficult hero to handle.
Collapse finally posing a bit of a threat to this DM, and, well, they got him back behind. They're going to chase down and kill this Beastmaster. Mapochka might actually die.
Oh, nice dogs.
Manages to survive through that. As they kill off Creep to boot.
He was so quick on that force after the hook shot, too.
Oh, yeah.
He knew the block plays were coming out there. I think there was vision in sort of the area, too, and the idea was happening.
Pochka will have to head all the way back home because of that, and picks up the ceremonial robe. 31 minutes, 13-17 in a series that has gone very much back and forth from game to game, from minute to minute, it's felt like. And you can see that the big numbers that are going to start coming out will be from that TA, from that Terrorblade. Can they find the right targets to stay on target?
Yeah, interesting that they went for the shard on Snap too, right?
Yeah.
Out of all their heroes too, because I could see Yatoro taking it on the Demon Zeal, but they're just really prioritizing that stun, which, I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, there's not that many BKBs to contend with, right? That's true. In terms of, like, you only got, what, I think TA and Dawnbreaker, so, like, controlling the supports, still an option.
Pochka, force staff. Find Yamich on the back, keeping Ramses under fire.
There's that pushback.
Stun. Does get pushed by the cogs after, so they can't get the full combo, and Agoda, he's dead. Ramses also in some trouble, missing a couple kisses, but might not matter. This Collapse connects, they force it. Oh, that was close. Not quite able to get it.
Get out there a little bit too fast. And still 2 minutes left on this Aegis if they want to press it forward here on TSpirit. But again, not having the Demon Zeal, so you don't have that little bit of pressure on the tower if you want to.
They can show up though. It's meta available. And if it turns into a fight, it won't be a bad one for them. That's tier 2 tower going to fall.
Radiant's middle tower.
Are they really going for more? I mean, this would be a bold play. Maybe they're just going to force it back to the base, but I guess AC is done on Collapse. They are confident with this.
I mean, they are showing on the waves.
There is no answer. TSpirit.
They see DM under a ward top. They know he's still not there.
They can't do anything to defend against this right now. They're taking one rack. They're going to take more.
Hello?
Outsiders, you got to come back home. At some point, Ramses, he's just going to die. Force staff away, trying to survive. Collapse jumps on him, but is it all a bait? Okay.
Bought a lot of
Gets
time
away from him there.
DM with the biggest wraparound of all time.
This is very scary.
Tokyo might get roared here.
He's thinking about it, looking for a big jump, but they've already taken now two.
No, they know. They're picking up.
DM, he's got to get out. Blink away. Toronto Tokyo still chasing, but they're getting separated.
There's
the
coil.
Hex onto Yatoro. They won't go anymore. Ramses wanting to chase. I mean, getting out of this might be a little bit scary with no more meta.
So they coiled out on the DM. It would force him to BKB and TP back home. So no coil, but also no BKB available for DM right now. They push back outside of the base. The Solar Guardian is there if they manage to get a catch.
And so often in these Spirit games, what it's been is the decision-making late game. That call to take the tier 2 to go up high ground, it netted them 2 Raxes.
Yeah, 2 melees too. Like the second lane being taken there is very painful economically for outsiders. They're just gonna be on the back foot this whole.
And then in game number 2 even, having a shot at it, and now losing out on that Aegis.
Yep.
Long days, frustrating matches.
I really think that the lack of shard on DM to me was a big mistake. I think rushing in towards that BKB, there was this giant gap where he just wasn't accelerating at a very important time in the game for them. And I think there's a reason why you see that shard in those crucial moments where you're trying to fight around that pick, because like how many times were they just under Hawks, you know?
It's true. Finding one of those pickoffs, a stun randomly here and there, could be the difference maker.
Yeah, it's just so much empty net worth when you go for the full BKB and then you don't get it by those big fights when like the game was essentially decided. So if you want the BKB, it feels like they need to prioritize that a little bit more on his hero.
Right. Now, the one other dynamic to this that we just saw right there a second ago, Dazzle does change the way that TV plays. You know, so often the damage amplification comes from those illusions, spamming him out constantly, and he is going to be able to instantly kill those.
Yep.
But does he just die to him before?
Yeah, that's a real question. Does the Toronto Tokyo just find you in the back and say you don't get to play some Dota here today?
He needs to get a BKB on that Dazzle or something. I don't know.
I mean, speaking of which, I think Yamich really struggling in this game to get the big combos as well, right? Like, had some really interesting stuff where he's like playing aggressive and setting up for Solar Guardians in the earlier parts of this match, but it's gotten to a point now where, of course, sure, you did force the early Yules onto the puck, so that's always going to be a success of bringing this hero into the game. But aside from that, it feels like the clutch silences and everything, having a hard time catching on to those. See if he can maybe force something on Toronto Tokyo on this next one.
DM spots a couple heroes with the Hawk, sees all of them, and will immediately run away before things get a little bit too scary. But yeah, outsiders, they need to buy some more time.
Mira is not afraid with that Force Staff.
Are they just going to go up again? I don't know. I mean, I guess that they'd probably just play for that next Roche. Although there is some danger of, at very least, the tier 2 tower going down. It seems almost assuredly going to happen now. There's still some heroes in the area after that.
If they get spotted right now, I feel like TSpirit are so down to fight.
Yeah, they feel so incredibly strong.
They would love an engagement outside the base, I think, right now.
Are they actually just going to go high ground again? Outsiders, they're not here. TSpirit waiting for somebody to show up. Nobody's home. You
know, when you hit the doorbell and like you can't really hear it, and you're like, do you think the doorbell works? Because for some reason we just assume no one's doorbell works. So you have to knock really loudly. That's what this is.
Behind them, there's the smoke up. They're ready to go. GPK is not with the team. He does not want to fight right now, hoping to buy a little bit more space. He's bought the Revenant's Brooch. He's got it done. This could be the answer. Yatoro could get eliminated if they can find just a little bit of stuns onto him.
And I mean, you see the item next. The plan is simple. We're gonna get Revenant's Brooch. We're gonna get a Rapier. We're gonna see if we can win this game.
That's all that they can really do, and they have to find it perfectly. It's so much damage, it pierces through that evasion, it does everything that you want the TA to do, but can you find that moment? And instead, Toronto Tokyo, they found them! The jump onto both DM, pops the BKB, tries to run away, GPK slowed down, has to blink back.
Actually, Ramsey, insane blink.
In some trouble.
How did he find that?
It's too good.
Like, that right click was so close to connecting with Toronto Tokyo. He managed to BKB early enough that he's not taking any damage from the battery assault, so he didn't even start the counter, and the opponent didn't even think to right click him.
But the problem is this meta is still going, and another Rax is dead. Top side, I think he's also losing some. Ramsey's trying to be the force up front. They've got one more Rax.
They need a Hawk play here.
They need everything. And the Hawk is dead.
The anti-air.
Oh, they were ready. GPK, he just wants to show off his cool new item. He's not getting an opportunity to. The illusions are doing all the work that they need. Mira very happy about the situation. They are not concerned in the least bit. TM jumps forward, tries to find him. Where's the damage? Do they have enough? It's not there. Yatoro turns around. The Satanic is out. It's way too much. Dead on the Beastmaster. GBK just can't find his target. Can't get the angle. Not nearly enough. And GG is called. TSpirit, they're going to TI again.
With his dying breath, GBK hands it over, says, all right, you got us this time. They might not got him in the DPC, but perhaps they'll see them at TI again as TSpirit, of course,